Hi, Cherry. How you doing? Ruben speaking. How are you today?
I'm good. What's up?
Good. I just wanted to follow up with you. I know I went away for my trip. I had on my list that I sent you a list of contractors. I don't know where you're currently at, but I wanted to make sure that you got it because I never got your response.
You know what? I did. I just haven't had a chance. I haven't even. I saw that it was there and went on about my business. I really haven't had a chance to get back and look at it.
Oh, that's fine. No, that
And at this point, I won't be looking at things again until probably the end of June. That's
oh,
my guess.
okay. No worries. I was just making sure that you got it because I told you when I tell you that I'm gonna send you something, I wanted to make sure that you didn't,
Well, I
lose
sure
it
do
or anything.
appreciate it.
Okay.
And I have it
Excellent.
on file with the intentions of, I may have even copied it and
Okay.
set
Good.
it in that file of stuff. So,
Good.
uh, but
Good.
I appreciate that.
Of course, anytime, and I know you got lots going on, as we all do. So I'm just a phone call away if you need anything. I'm just making sure that if I can be of any help, let me know. I know we talked a lot. I don't know how much progress in terms of your decision you've made, but if you need help,
I am
hmm
definitely not going anywhere in the next year,
okay,
God
good.
willing.
Okay, good for you.
So that'll give you a better idea.
Hopefully, that's for the better for you and your mother.
And I did inquire
Hmm
with my neighbor, but she already had a real estate agent that has come and talked to her about the house like last year. Sometimes he was just waiting on her.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you
But
reaching out. That's very, very
sure
kind of
thing.
you. I appreciate that, Cherry. Well, listen,
All right, I gotta run. You
yeah,
take
you got my
care.
number, so
Thank you.
anytime. Be well. Okay,
Bye.
bye bye now. Not going anywhere. Just follow up. Is not going anywhere for about a year. So right now we are in real estate experiment. What's happening? We are currently at the lab. Um, at the Keller Williams headquarters. Getting a nice spot over here. So basically, what's happening is today I did a little bit of lead generation with my coach. This was actually a call from a property I'd done a walkthrough. Met the homeowner. She's a wonderful lady, and she was really on the edge about what she should do. Should she move and downsize, or should she remodel? Um, Her current place for her mother to come over, so she wasn't sure if she's going to move out of state. There's a lot going on, so I did some consulting in terms of being able to be there for the buyer, and so that's what that call was about. Now, the reason why I'm shooting also this video is because I am more comfortable doing these calls when I have rapport than anything, than when I don't, and so really took myself out of the comfort zone today, thanks to my coach, and that's why it's important to actually have a coach or someone that's going to be there. Like I was trying to connect with another person who's really good at doing cold calls because just having them in the room kind of gives me that. I could sense that I had some pushback in terms of getting that started. I don't know why. I'm a people's person. This is what I do. I speak with people all the time, but cold calling, I feel like, oh, I'm bugging them, and they might. And then obviously getting hung up on is not a good feeling. And I had two of them today, but then two potential leads, which just shows you a 50-50, so you can't take those personally. But I'm shooting this to kind of like show there is a lot of pushback. Like even I can't even imagine if I was shy because I'm an outgoing person, but it's still this cold calling process for we're doing cold calling off of Zillow leads from um, my coach who's has 20 years of experience, and that was like he was kind of holding my hand in a way, even though I was making the calls, but having him there, so it just helps. So I think the key takeaway is if you're stuck, you got to figure out where you're stuck, and then sometimes if you need to pull somebody in for accountability or whatever the case might be, it could be you just need someone to just be there to kind of help you when you get stuck. I would really recommend it because that's what I'm doing right now, and I think it's going to pay off. I know it's going to pay off as I continue to flex that muscle, so to speak, of calling and getting on the phone. And again, this is the fastest lead generator, so to speak, that you can do. Get on the phone, set up the alley oop as I call it, and go for the slam dunk. So that was good. I just want to share that. Everybody has weaknesses. I'm trying to work on mine so I can limit them and just do the damn thing and build this thing, and then later on, obviously, I can outsource it. But I need to understand and go through that procedure myself, as uncomfortable as it is. And today was very uncomfortable, but it was good that I did it. And the momentum, I think, is going to help. You do it one day, you do it the next day, and then it just becomes a habit, and it becomes autopilot. What I need to do right now is still work on skits. I can ramble on. You guys have seen me in my videos. I like to talk, but you got to be very, very key. You got to, like a small window to make a pitch that is going to sound intriguing with people right now. I think today's was just very much just taking that step, but I think in terms of refining and using a script that you stick with, that you refine, that you didn't collect all the objections and know exactly what to say, is going to be the difference between literally mediocre results and great, because you can literally feel it when there's another person on the other side of the phone. When that break goes off of well, sure, let me tell you my story, or I've seen it in person in an open house when I did it. Someone doesn't even want to sign in the sign-in sheet, and then you have this touch point that removes that pressure or whatever that barrier is, and they just open up. And you hear that on the phone as well. No, or not interested, or I have an agent, but then you hit a key point of their need, or hit a value point, and all of a sudden they literally just open up, and it doesn't even matter that they had another agent. It doesn't matter that they're not interested anymore, or that they need to talk to their spouse. It just, so I think that's a good indicator of you doing the right thing, is when you can literally just feel it. It's not always a quick turnaround. Sometimes it's progress into the conversation, and I think that's the goal. And I think sometimes that's scary to most people. I mean, it is uncomfortable at times to just be going against the grain for a little bit, and that little discomfort, people hate it. Awkward silence, discomfort, but I think it's what's required to get the return on your investment. So, listen, we're doing it. This is what I said I'd do. I'll be back from my trip. You guys saw my trip. Now we're back to the lab on wheels. I was working on the skit, working on all this, setting up the systems, setting up the follow-up, having a system that tells you when to follow up. I just took some note down right here about this situation, and then follow up, whether it's in a year down the road, whatever the case might be, just having that in your database to keep the momentum going. So on that note, you already know what it is. We're always making progress. We're always taking on new challenges. Let's build.
How can I be successful? How can I follow the path that someone else has laid for me to be successful?
I'm sitting on deuces while the blunt burn. Still raping rap music cause I want more. All money in, it's just us four. It's just copy.